Hey everyone, how we doing? Okay, so a bad day turned into a bad night. And I thought, why not come and talk to you? But then I couldn't be bothered to set up my laptop. So I thought, well, may as well just talk to the camera. And maybe in the comments it will become a conversation. So here goes. How do I start this? January 22nd, 2021. I posted my first YouTube video. Now, I had been watching YouTube at this point for 2 years. And around about a year before, my husband came up with a suggestion of, why don't you make a YouTube channel? It might give you something to focus on, rather than just all the everyday struggles of a disabled parent. And someone who deals with insomnia and poor health from time to time, a lot of the time. And the idea was good. So I tried to make my first video. And I hated it. So I made another one. And I hated that one. And that literally went on for about probably a year. And then one day I just decided, oh well, let's just put it up. See what happens. And people got what I was saying. Not a lot of people, just a couple. But that's okay. And I made another video, then another, and here we are today. And I enjoy doing YouTube. And I enjoy meeting some really amazing people, truly amazing. Like, some of these people I could never imagine meeting in real life because they're just so awesome. And then you got the people who start out okay, and slowly but surely they become the thing they despise the most. And you got to ask yourself why. Why do these people become obnoxious, judgmental, aggressive? Is that a word? Pretty much annoyed with every video they do. But then you take a look at the effects that it has, and you see that when there's drama, there's views. Which is kind of ironic because people say they're tired of the drama, they're tired of everyone arguing and people accusing people of different things. Yet the only time they watch these people is when they're arguing, when they're fighting, and when they're accusing people of different things. Like, take Real Entertainment for example. His numbers shoot up when he's arguing with someone. When he's calling people cracker bitches. People say they don't want the drama, but when he's kicking off, people watch him. If you really didn't want the drama, would you really watch them? Would you really be sitting there watching them if you really didn't want the drama? And the honest answer to that is no, you probably wouldn't. Because you'd be bored. Because you're not actually interested in a lot of what they cover. But you enjoy the back and forth. And you enjoy the cursing and the false allegations and everything else that goes with it. But then you still go on to say, well, why is there always drama? Why is there always this, that and the other? Why are you tuning in to watch these people? Only you hold the answer to that. You can say that one creator is as bad as another creator or worse. Then stop watching. I come on here and I talk about who's causing the most drama next. Who is calling who out? What has Katie Joy done today? What lies have she spread today? What is going to be on Rich Lex's channel? And who's the hypocrite of the week? And you can take these things and say, I don't like that. Then why are you watching it? Now, take Bad Art Tangent, for example. I asked her a simple question. I need to ask you this question or it's going to peck at my head. Are you taking information to another subscriber, to another YouTuber? Now, she could have answered that in one of several ways. Let's take a look at a couple of ways she could have answered that. She could have said, who the hell told you that? Fair enough question. She could have said, oh my god, why would anyone accuse me of that? Or, fuck no, you should know me better than that by now. But she didn't. She accused me of being part of a crowd. I don't know who this crowd is supposed to be. She did name Christ Conflict and Yaya. But I'm guessing there's probably more than that. Now, when someone comes at you aggressively, what does that say about them? To me, that's a red flag. You're angry that you've been caught out. You're angry that someone has seen through the lies. Take Kate Joy, for example. She's been going on now for a number of weeks that she was going to the trial. Even said that she was staying with Amy King. Then Amy said that she wasn't. And then Katie came out with, oh, but I don't want to leave my son for that long. Katie. You're not that kind of a mother, sweetheart. I'm not going to mom shame you. People do their job how they want to do their job. How I choose to mother my children to how you decide to mother your child are completely two different roads. You're not the hands-on type. And you have a husband who is the hands-on type. And your son is cared for and loved. And that's all that matters, and really, is that they're loved. Now, if you'd asked me a year ago, in January, say, so not quite a year ago, what sort of things do you think you'll be covering in YouTube? Never in a million years would I have said that I would be covering a 9-year-old dying at a festival. Never. And I'm a very emotional kind of person. And I think it's shown over time that I'm an emotional person. And to me, I don't deal with my emotions very well. I don't think I do anyway. Other people say differently, but to me, I don't. And when this little boy came up on my screen, I couldn't hold the tears back. I couldn't deny how angry I was at Travis Scott, because it was his fault, 110%. That little boy should be waiting for Santa Claus to come. That little boy should be waiting to unwrap his presents on Christmas Day with his family. But they learn to live with life without their son. And their first Christmas without him is going to be hard. Probably harder than any other Christmas yet to come. They're all going to be hard, but this one's going to be the worst. I couldn't deal with that type of pain. That would take me, that would. Honest to God, that would take me away. And I wish his family all the love in the world. But like I said, I never thought I'd be talking about things like that. And YouTube can be an emotional roller coaster. As with life, you can have ups and downs, good days and bad days. And days you just want to tell everyone to go fuck themselves. And then there's days that you, from the minute you look at YouTube till the minute you go to sleep, because I do a lot of my YouTube in during the night. I watch most of my videos during the night. And that is because in the day I love to spend my time with my children. Of course, when they're in school, I'll watch a YouTube video here and there. And catch up on any comments when I'm taking 5 minutes to have a cup of tea. But YouTube isn't my every waking minute. Like I said, I'll take 5 minutes here and there to have a cup of tea and a smoke. And I'll scroll through YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. I don't really go on YouTube very much and Facebook very much anymore. Kind of pointless, really. I don't really speak to anybody on there, so what's the point in going on there? And yeah, there's some really, really good days where I open up the YouTube app and literally everything I see I'm laughing at. Whether it's someone being totally ridiculous, like Bad at Tangent, threatening to have people arrested, people need to stop going real life. It's YouTube, it's not that big. It's not that important. What is important is your mental health. And as someone who also deals with mental health, I know that there are times I've got to turn the phone off. Whether it be for an hour or a day, or even a week. Whatever it takes. But you've got to do it. And this thing where people are sort of like, I'm going to call the cops on you. People calling CPS on Katie Joy even. This is ridiculous. Like, come on, people. Please. Tell me you're not serious. I don't believe for 1 second that Todd Paulson hurt his son in any way. There is an interview where Todd talks about Katie going back to work after her maternity runs out. Yet Katie will tell you that she looked after her son on her own mainly for the first couple of years. Katie, why bother lying? What is so important that you want to lie about? Like, if you want to work, you work, Jack. Families run different ways. Doesn't matter who's bringing home the bacon as long as someone's bringing home the bacon. And nobody knows what your son is going through medically. Only you. Nobody could understand what living in your house is like apart from you. And I got a little girl that we suspect is high on the autism spectrum. And I know how difficult that can be. And I get it. And that's one of the biggest things that people ask me, how do you do it? Well, I take my bucket load of pain meds a day, and I pick up my backside, and I say I'm going to make it through today. And I do what needs doing. And my kids need a mother. They don't want to see someone who's crying every 10 minutes. They don't want to see someone who's sitting there complaining about how difficult the world is. They want and they need a mother. Excuse me. Who is with it, who is trying to make sure they get their breakfast, their lunch, their tea, their snacks, story time, cuddle time, time to watch a movie with mommy and daddy. And I don't know how really to answer that question. How do you do it? It's not a choice. It's not an option. I just do what needs doing without even thinking about it. And yeah, I push myself and I push myself bloody hard. So hard that I'm shaking with pain. And my husband will tell me to take a seat. I need to sit down. When I say that, it's not sort of ironically, considering I'm in a wheelchair anyway. But he knows that I want to be a part of everything. I don't want to be a side. I don't want to be a side supporter, sitting on the benches watching life go by. I want to be a team player, someone who is part of the family and not just sitting on the outside looking in. So when people say, how do you do it? I don't know. To me, it's not an option. To me, it's, this is your life. This is what your life is. And there's bugger all you could do to change it. So now you have to pick up your big girl panties and go on and do it. You deal with what you gotta deal. And then when the lights go out at night, that's the time to cry. And I'm not perfect. I'm far from being perfect. I hate people seeing me cry. Especially when it's something about me. And I'm not one of these people who go around telling everyone that I love them and everything. Even the people who are closest to me. And that is because of me too. I become close to people in my life and they They weren't as emotionally attached as I was, whether that be friends or family. My family right now is my husband, my kids. And I'm good with that. And I've got some really good friends right now. And I do genuinely care about my friends. And I'm happy to be there when they need someone to talk to and help them with their daily struggles. Takes my mind off everything that I'm dealing with. And I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be thinking about my problems all day, every day. I like being able to help people. And I actually enjoy watching the stupid people on YouTube who get into one argument after another, just to keep the views coming in. Those views gotta keep coming in, see. But I could sit here all night and all morning and tell you why I think different things about different things. And really it doesn't even matter, because tomorrow is another day. And hopefully we will all wake up tomorrow and have an amazing day, perfect day, whatever that means. Is there a meaning perfect? Because what I think might be perfect may be different for you. What you think is perfect or normal, that's your choice. But like I was saying, at the end of the day, tomorrow's a new day. When life gets too hard, remember, tomorrow we're going to have a better day. And let's remember that and keep going and keep remembering that. Even if you've got 3 days, 3 bad days, keep saying to yourself, tomorrow's a new day. We're going to break through this. We're going to get through the other side. And we're going to be stronger for it. And we're going to love that little bit harder. And care that little bit more. And laugh just because you can. Don't think your heartbreak is going to follow you into the next day. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. Try to remember the good over the bad. And keep smiling. Because it's never that serious. I'm going to end this here. And if you want to talk about anything in the comments, let's have a conversation. Keep smiling. You're doing great. And it ain't that serious. Thanks for watching all. Have a great day. and a great weekend. You can always please like, subscribe, and like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you would like to. That is. Thank you. Bye.